here you are in this physical vessel, enough.
Oh, I remember those things when I was watching the big guys. Okay, you have to be able to do 20 chin-ups and squat your double body weight and lift 200 kilos from the floor, then you are a man and all those things, you know? And I pushed my body in all to this stuff until my body started to break down. And I was not realizing this, that I just want to meet those standards to call myself a man.
Yeah.
This was not in my awareness. I thought like, oh yeah, I really love fitness and I really love strength training. This was my thought pattern on the surface, but deep down it was just a different game I played at this time.
Yeah.
And it was just a matter of time until, yeah, my body was tensing up. Yeah, when I started working with you, you can remember like, okay, back pain, knee pain, elbow pain, chronic tension in my neck, chronic tonsillitis. All this stuff was happening all the time
Mm.
because I was really burnt out and not recognizing it, what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It comes up so often, like when I work with people with chronic fatigue and burnout and pain and chronic pain, all of that sort of stuff. It can be really hard to like really identify I'm doing this to myself.
Yeah.
And that's not like a blaming statement. It's actually an empowering statement to see you likely didn't even get a choice to know that you were doing it to yourself, because like
Yeah.
that that's how your operating system was programmed. And that actually, it brings the importance of self-compassion for where we came from and the things that we went through. And from that point, we can then start to see ourselves as that little boy, that little girl that went through those things, that needed to push so hard to get that approval and validation, and start to go, I am enough as I am. And then continue to work with the body, work with ourselves, be with ourselves, like being able to even just stop and be. Here you are in this physical vessel, enough. And you see, when this program is running, it runs over everything. Every
Yeah.
single it runs, like, even like I see this all the time, and we've talked about this before, of like healing. We work a lot in the healing space. And so it's like the externalization of the healing process of, when I am this, then I will be healed. And so it's like I have to do something in order to heal my body from all of these ailments that are happening. And then I keep actually inflicting that harm, that absence of pure love. I keep inflicting that wound back upon myself. And
Yeah, and
yeah,
this goes also, and I'm not putting this in a negative way, just from an obvious perspective. Like if someone is really relying on some diagnosis, like running from one doctor to the other just to get a diagnosis, like I have an external validation because I have an external validation for this problem. Or
yes,
if I just reflect back for my chronic tonsillitis in the beginning, yeah, this was a thing. This I started with this in my childhood, and it was there until my late 20s. And in the beginning, I was really thinking I need those medications to support my body with healing, all this antibiotic stuff and all the things. It really took me nearly 20 years to realize, okay, my body can do this by itself. So I don't need this medication and I don't need a diagnosis. I just need some rest, some reflection, some mind body work, and the body can do it by its own. But this was also a form of external validation, going to the doctor. The doctor is saying, oh yeah, you're really sick, you need this medication, blah, 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 blah. And with this cycle was just going on. In the moment I realized, oh no, my body don't need this thing. It's not really a threatening thing, so it's not a death or life scenario. It's just tonsillitis. So it's just relax, take a rest. From this decision on, things started to change. It was really this little thing.
mm, mm. And like if you track things forward, like it's often like a small thing of,
Yeah.
oh, just my immune system is depleted, and sometimes it can be my immune system's getting lower because I'm getting older and all of these things. But these little things are telltale signs, and if we don't catch them and really get to the core of what's driving them, like at the core of what is preventing the natural intelligence of my body that it is designed to restore itself. What is stopping that?
Yeah.
And yeah, and that can take some real self-honesty and self-care, and we it does put us on that path where we do move through a lot of those circumstances that we've been programmed that define the way we see ourselves, the way we see our body, the core reality in that we exist in. And that can be very scary sometimes because it's like, who am I without this thing? And
Yeah.
it feels way better to just keep repeating and seeking the validation and the approval and doing the things, because it can have an impact on our whole environment, our social network, everything, the way we hyperstabilize reality in order to belong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it touches on a lot, and this is why it can be deep work, and it's not for the faint of heart. But I really do believe that just being able to rest as you are is a gift that everyone deserves. And being able to do that in the body that you have, even before you attempt to make it feel better or move better, it is an incredible gift that you have every moment when you close your eyes, you lay in bed, and you can be at peace with who you are and who you are continuing to become. So,
Yeah, that's really, yeah, that's a gift. And at the same time, it's a natural thing, but we have to put away many layers of disruption.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it is like peeling the layers and layers of an onion. And this is why I really like working with the body, is because it doesn't tell any lies. It just reflects the truth of who we are.